Hey folks, just about to make lunch here at the Weight Health Synergy Kitchen, which is just my kitchen. We're gonna have some sardines and some smoked herring again, hence the title, Learning to Like Sardines, because I want to like them. I want to eat them more because they're really good for you, high in omega-3s, and I think a lot of things are just an acquired taste. When I eat them, I don't hate them, I don't particularly love them, but I think I could very much learn to appreciate them more. So we're going to get things ready here for lunch. I'm also going to have some avocado sliced with some sliced tomatoes, and I like to put lime on that, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and some salt. I also have found that the sardines are really good with not only salt, but some of the cider vinegar. So, or any type of vinegar you have would work. Probably balsamic vinegar would be really good too. So I'm going to get started, getting things ready here, getting things prepared and cut up, and I'll show you what I'm doing as I'm going along. I should also note that we have the Weight Health Synergy Bulldog here, and she's wondering, she says, "Dad, what are we doing? Why are you taking pictures of me again? You're always taking pictures of me." That's Penny. Penny, our British Bulldog. She's a cutie. I don't think she's going to help much, other than maybe cleaning up some scraps and some leftovers. So we're going to start with some tomato. I had tomato and avocado for lunch yesterday, so we have some tomato left, because I typically don't eat a whole tomato with a whole avocado. Probably about close to half of one. So I'm just going to cut some slices here, and I like to half them again. So what I end up doing is quartering the avocado and then cutting the quarters in half so they're eighths. And then I eat a piece of tomato with a piece of avocado, and it's really good. Healthy too. Got the core left. Penny's gonna love that. Yep, totally going to town. It's good, eh, Pen? Good stuff. Next up, we got our avocado. So we're gonna run the knife around it. This one looks pretty decent. I usually let them ripen up on the counter, because usually they're not ripe when you pick them up. I actually got a couple bags of these on clearance at Walmart, of all places, if you can believe it. I cut off, there's a little bit of overly ripe, kind of going a little brown on the ends. Put those in our compost bags to go out to compost. So that's looking good. Then what we want to do is peel off the avocado skins. So there's one there. Peel off another one. 2, 3. So this point is when we take out the lime. I like to use fresh lime for all the enzymes and good stuff that you get when it's fresh and live and not out of a can or a jug. So we're going to squirt that all over our avocados there. Usually use somewhere around 1/4 to 1/3 of a lime, just depends how much I need. And then anything I got left, we squirt it on the tomato too, because it just livens the whole thing up. So let's see here. There is our avocados and tomatoes with lime. Now we want to take our apple cider vinegar. This is Omega Nutrition apple cider vinegar. And I usually just put a cap full, sometimes 2. I'm going to put a cap full of that on here. Just kind of sprinkle it around. And then I'm going to salt this pretty good. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with a ketogenic diet and you're used to your doctor saying or reading that, oh, salt's not good for you, Salt's got a really bad rap, and it's actually not bad for you at all. Your body needs salt. So I usually put a fair bit on my avocados and my tomatoes, and I'll put it on the sardines in a second, as we'll see here. Okay, so I just got the sardines and the pickled herring, or smoked herring I should say, out of the fridge. I got it some Tupperware here. I put it inside sandwich baggies, Ziploc sandwich bags, as you can see, and then I put it in Tupperware. And the point being there is I'm trying to make my Tupperware not stink of fish. So I've got 3 days out of these so far, and there's just a bit left, you can see there, of a fillet of the herring. And if I was eating just the herring, I'd probably eat almost all of it, maybe half of it in one sitting. But I'm having a sardine too, which I think is good because you get 2 different fish and different levels of omega-3s and whatever other good stuff is in there in the fish oil. And then you can see there's the sardines. And let's see here. The sardines, there are a couple left in here. And I've just been eating 1 sardine a day. Partly because I'm not as big a fan of the sardines as I am the herring. The smoked herring tastes a lot like smoked whitefish. Not quite as nice, but very similar in the sense of I like smoked whitefish. I'm not historically a big fish eater. I'm trying to learn to like fish more. So anyways, that is the sardine, and that is the smoked herring. So what we're going to do here is the sardine is going to get the royal treatment. We're going to put some salt on the sardine here. And I'm also going to put some more of the cider vinegar onto the sardine. And it's fine if it runs off and gets onto the smoked herring, because I actually I like it on both. It's just like when you have fish and chips, cider vinegar is really good on the fish and chips. So there is lunch, or most of lunch. I'll probably have one of my keto puddings for dessert. But there's the sardine right there. There is the smoked herring. And there's my avocados and tomatoes. So let's take this over to the table. Here's the dining room table. You can see the kids frozen, Elsa and Anna, with Olaf and them in there. Ella's got one too. And there's Dad's spot at the head of the table. So, bon appetit. We'll start with the hard part first, the sardines. I know Dr. D'Agostino says he loves them and he has them for breakfast every morning. I'm still acquiring a taste for them, but they're not bad. They're a little fishy, more so than tuna, but not a hugely amount dissimilar from the taste of tuna, to be honest with you. I might as well eat sardine first, since it's the least of my favorites. And you start to acquire a taste for them the more you eat them. I think honestly, actually, this is the 3rd day I've had them, and every day they've been a little easier on the palate, a little less objectionable. I don't mind them, but I think what the big thing is you're getting a lot of health benefits from it. Pardon my eating while we're talking. But the health benefits far outweigh anything else, so it's something. It's something to eat that's worth acquiring a taste for. They're actually not bad. I've noticed my tastes have changed on the ketogenic diet, anyways. So I don't know if I would have had as much of a tolerance for them a few months ago before I started doing ketogenic dieting. Before I got into ketosis and before I've been eating the keto way, high fat, moderate protein, 0 to very low to 0 carbs. But I do think that it might have something to do with me liking them more, trying them now for the first time. I'm not sure if it would have been the same before when I still had a taste for more carbs and sweet stuff. So, that's 1 sardine down. I'm just finishing up here. Avocado and tomatoes is really good. So you can almost do a little palate cleanse after the sardine with the avocado and tomatoes. That's good. Fresh vegetable tasting. Tomatoes are fine on a keto diet, as long as you're not eating too many of them. But they're pretty low glycemic, low sugars. And avocados are pretty much all natural fat, so they're fantastic. And some fiber and whatnot. Now, a question I had since I've started trying the sardines and eating sardines and the herring, I don't know, like I think Dr. D'Agostino takes a couple of tablespoons of Carlson's Finest fish oil every day. I'm going to get myself some of that. Going to use that, mostly because, actually, sorry, not Dr. D'Agostino, Dr. Peter Attia uses that, and he's had it personally tested. So to me, that's, I can't get that endorsement from anybody else saying that, a company can say, we've tested our product, there's no mercury, there's no heavy metals in it, but that's the company's claim. And you hear all the time about companies making these claims, and they're just not true, they're not accurate, and they come out to be false. Like look at Volkswagen, what just happened in the news. So when Dr. Attia has gone out and done this on his own, out of his own pocket, and had it tested, and he's found that Carlson's Finest Fish Oils was, I don't remember if it was one of the only ones, but it was the one that he had tested, I think more than once, that came up shining colors, past flying colors, shining colors. No mercury, no heavy oils, or heavy metals. So I might as well just, he's already done the hard work, he's done the lead work, so I'm just going to buy Carlson's Finest Fish Oil. But back to my question is, I don't know how much sardines or herring you have to eat to be the equivalent of, say, taking a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons. I don't know how that translates out in equivalencies of, if you take fish oil as a supplement versus eating the fish. And I'm going to dig into that for some research to see if I can get an answer, because really, if a sardine, like if you have to eat a couple cans of sardines in order to get a tablespoon of fish oil, it's probably more economical and just as good for you to take the Carlson's Finest Fish Oil. I'm sure there's other things you get benefits from eating the whole fish, like the whole sardine, aside from just what the stuff you would get out of the fish oil. In other words, it's a more complete package, and there's probably nutrients in there that we haven't even quantified yet, that it's always better to eat the whole thing rather usually than an extract of something. So I'm going to get into the herring here. The smoked herring is much nicer. It's just a smoked fish, easier on the palate, tastes better because it's smoked, I think. Might be able to get smoked sardines. Haven't seen them. If I do, I'll try those and I'll let you know. So going to finish up my lunch here. Delicious keto-friendly lunch. I'm going to have one of my puddings, either a chocolate pudding or coconut pudding, after lunch as dessert. Check out the blog. I'll see if I can put a link below, because I put the recipe for those. I got both the chocolate one, which is phenomenal, and the coconut cream pudding, which is also phenomenal. No sugar in those, folks. Using a stevia erythritol blend to sweeten them, and they taste amazing. Absolutely to die for. I'd eat those not on a ketogenic diet. It's not something you eat just because you're dieting. They're just delicious. They just happen to be keto friendly. So anyways, I'll put the links below for those, and you can check them out. And I'm going to finish my lunch and let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at WeightHealthSynergy.com.